It again, day 3 in the books. Early morning here on day 4. Sunday. Getting ready for that. Gonna be a lighter day today. Think I'm gonna skip a few and go watch some football at a bar. Chill out. Kind of unwind for a bit. Get a little reset the batteries, mentally at least. Physically, I don't think that'll ever happen at Fantastic Fest. It's just too exhausting. It's a lot harder than people think. But so yeah, day 4 is about to commence, but day 3 is what you're here to hear about. And day 3 was pretty good, not gonna lie. Did not hit any of the highs of Honora. Doubt that'll happen anytime soon. Fuck, I wonder if it'll happen anytime soon in future Fantastic Fest, but hey, you never know. That's why we come here. All right, so for the 11:25 round, I went to see The Wild Robot, new DreamWorks animated picture. Looks pretty good. Decided, hey, why not give some, get some variety in this film festival here, do something different. And it was fantastic. I thought it was really good. Fantastic. I thought it was really good. I thought the animation was great. Has a different style than we're sort of used to in this Bubble People Pixar style that they've kind of turned every animated movie in America into. But fucking hair on my mouth. Movies like Spider-Verse and Mutant Mayhem, Ninja Turtles. There's been some stuff. DreamWorks has been doing that stuff too, like Puss in Boots and Bad Guys, trying to change what the visual style of these things can be. And they did it again with The Wild Robot. Looks great, 3D, but has a sort of make it look like a kind of 2D-ish, kind of like hand-drawn style. It's not exactly that like Spider-Verse or Mutant Mayhem, but it's got a unique thing going on, and I really dug that. Kind of a mix of Wall-E and the Iron Giant, and manages to do its own thing with those two, two iconic animated movies about robots and what it means to be human and have connections and all of that, blah blah blah. This one's more about motherhood and the difficulties of being a parent, a single mother, and it's from what I've heard from the people that saw the trailer. I hadn't seen the trailer, so I didn't know. I just going off of the description on the Fantastic Fest site. People were saying, "Hey, well, it looks like it's going to be a tearjerker. Trailer's making me cry." Yeah, it's going to do that, but it's really funny too. It's very funny. Kind of there's a little bit of dark humor running through this thing, which was a nice surprise. And yeah, definitely got a lot of laughs out of me. The voice acting's great. Would not have guessed that the Wild Robot herself was Lupita Nyong'o. She does great work. Also was really surprised that the little shithead fox that becomes her like partner, or like her best friend that helps raise the little baby goose, the Gosling, not Ryan. I didn't know that the fucking fox named Fink, good name, we love a Fink. I didn't know that was fucking Pedro Pascal the entire movie until the credits. I was like, what the fuck? That was Pedro Pascal? I didn't even. Great work from him. Great work from the whole cast. Fantastic movie, maybe a little too long. I feel like that's a thing that always happens with movies at Fantastic Fest. Is they can sometimes maybe stick around a little too long, and this one kind of goes for a third act that's a lot bigger and explodey and actiony, and you maybe go, I don't know if we necessarily needed all this, but it's not bad what you get. It just sort of runs its course a little bit. So still probably gonna end up being the animated movie of the year. Not even just with the Oscars, just in general. Like I'm not gonna. I probably not gonna think it's Inside Out 2 when I finally get to Inside Out 2. So yeah, I thought that was really fun. I think people are really gonna dig it. Kids are gonna love it, and the parents are actually gonna have a good time with it too, because the humor is so funny. Like I just got it. The The humor is so funny and so dark. Not so dark, but like you go, oh wow, that's darker than I would have expected from this. So when DreamWorks, they crank out a lot of shit, but when they put the effort in, they actually make some great stuff. I still think the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy is, one of the best American animated franchises of all time, at least in the 3D era. I would put it above a lot of Pixar movies, especially of recent time. You look at the How to Train Your Dragon movies, and then you go and look at like fucking Lightyear or whatever, and you go, oh, they're not even playing the same game, different ballpark altogether. So that was my 11:25 round. I have been reminded by Mike that maybe I should do my Letterboxd star ratings on this after each movie. So I'm remembering that now. I gave The Wild Robot 4.5 out of 5 stars. That's like a 90, an A minus, B plus sort of movie. And I would put in the A minus round. This is a really good, impressive, just fantastic fest movie. Definitely see it if you're into animation, if you have kids or both, whatever, float your boat. So that was my my morning round. A very good start to the day. Went to the 2 o'clock round, so at 2:25 p.m. I went to the director's commentary of the Babadook. So what this is that it's the 10-year anniversary of the Babadook, which gross. I hate that knowledge. Not fun. Don't love the passage of time. It's unfair and not fun. So for the 10-year anniversary of this, they got Mike Flanagan, who has a new podcast, which is just him and a director talking about a movie. In this case, he got Jennifer Kent to come on to talk about her movie, The Babadook, because they, Flanagan and this is Spectravision has a podcast network, and they, Elijah Wood and his partner, like, hey, we used to love director's commentaries. They don't really do them as much anymore, which, yeah, for the most part, is true. Even in the, realm of the new, boutique market, commentaries can be more in the lines of, film critics or film historians or whatnot. If you get in these older movies, the directors might not care anymore, or they might be dead, or you can't find them because they just ended up doing other stuff. Yeah, with the new movies, that's, yeah. So their thing, what Mike Flanagan was like, yes, let's do a director's commentary podcast. So for the 10-year anniversary, Jennifer Kent, Mike Flanagan sit down in a theater to talk about the Babadook. And I'd seen the Babadook before. It's a movie I like and appreciate, but I don't love. It's kind of one of the movies that kickstarted this thing in horror now, where it's not about the scares, it's about the themes, and the monster is just a theme. The monster isn't interesting beyond just oh, the monster's grief, and you go, all right, that's all you got. It's just a movie building up to the characters dealing with a theme instead of making an entertaining movie. And I think the Babadook is a big part of kickstarting that whole trend, which amongst friends, I'm gonna try to get this fucking term popularized. What I call metaphor. But that's not to say the Babadook's bad. I think this is more of a me problem than a movie problem. It's a good movie. It's well made, especially for an indie in New Zealand, where the resources aren't as bountiful for filmmaking as you would like. But it's still a good movie. But obviously the main juice of this thing was the commentary the commentary in person, which was fantastic. I thought listening to Flanagan is. I'm definitely gonna start down. I've been meaning to download this podcast anyway, but I just keep forgetting. But I'm definitely gonna download this now because Flanagan's a great host. He knows how to get the directors to talk about the movie and keep the energy going. And he's just a smart, entertaining guy in general. And Jennifer Kent was great, very honest and upfront, and very proud of her movie, and just a lot of great info. Exactly what you would want from a director's commentary. I thought really good stuff. So, kind of a shift from the first round into the Babadook director's commentary edition, which somebody told me that they're doing press screening for the Babadook, which I'm just like, what? Why? If it's not Flanagan and Kent, what's even the fucking point of doing it? And they're also showing it later in the festival on its own without the commentary. So like, why would you wake up at 6, 7 in the morning to go see the Babadook? You can watch it on Netflix if you want to be up that early. So yeah, my letterbox thing on this would be 4 out of 5. Like, I give it a gentleman's B, you know, for more out of respect than love. It's a good movie, just not for my personal taste. But you know, I got to see something you fuckers aren't gonna get to see or hear, because I don't think they recorded it for the podcast. I think they just did it for the festival. So, neener, go fuck yourselves. So for the next round, at the 5 o'clock round, the dinner round, for me at least, I needed to eat. Got a Hellfire burger. Shit's real good. Spicy meat, spicy burger. Good times. I went with, at 5:15, I went with Ick, the new movie from Joseph Kahn. He's made a few movies, mainly known as a music video director, but he was here about, 6, 7 years ago for his last movie he made, Bodied, battle rap movie, which is very, you know, discussion heavy. Get you discussing things, language and what's okay to say and who's allowed to say things and all of that stuff. And it's I thought it was really good. A little annoying. Joseph Kahn seems like the kind of guy who's always going to be a bit of an annoying, like, edgelord sort of. I'm trying to like get a reaction out of you, and not as much as like the Terrifier movies. In there, like, we're going for like really gross, disgusting stuff, but there's a little bit of that. He reels that back a bit in Ick, because he wanted, in his intro to the movie, he said he wanted to make a PG-13 like intro to horror movie that like he could show his kids, because he was saying, you know, you don't really see that many PG-13, PG, whatever horror movies. The stuff you would feel more comfortable showing your kids to see if they're into horror, and that, you know, maybe get them into it down the road, or just even something to watch with the kids that you can enjoy, and blah blah blah. Which I get, you know, that's a very noble thing, and he still brought his visual energy to the proceedings and his wacky writing style and comedic sensibilities. He also said he wanted to just overload the movie with pop punk emo music, and he does, which is fun for, you know, people my age and around thereabouts, where pop punk was popular when they were in middle school and high school. So, you know, I was excited for it, and it's not bad. I do think it's good. I just think the beginning of it is so good. It's got such a great pre-credit sequence setting up Brandon Routh's character and his life leading up to the plot of the movie, and it's got such energy and such great editing, and the music is great, and it's just so like, yeah, like, let's go, we're getting pumped up. Then I think around the halfway point we kind of lose steam, and it feels like pages were ripped out of the script, and scenes kind of happen, and then they just like move on, and it's like not talked about again until it is, and it's kind of just rinses and repeats with the monster attack stuff. And this is one of the movies where I do kind of feel like a lot of people, where I don't always do the, oh, it's just digital mush stuff with the visuals, but this time it does kind of feel that way. The monster stuff, the visual palette in a lot of scenes can be very monotonous. So when the monster is attacking and, you know, exploding people, it all kind of blends in together, and you kind of start going like, wait, what am I seeing? What's happening here? Okay, it's just the same thing of monster grabs people and then they explode, and you go, all right, this is kind of running out of steam. And that's kind of what the movie does. Not bad, like I said, not bad. Plenty of fun to be had, even in the weaker second half of the movie, but it's fun. Brandon Routh is great. The music, the soundtrack's great. Khan brings some good energy to it. And yeah, I do think younger kids are gonna like this a lot. So I don't know what's coming out. I don't think they do at the moment. Who knows? Whatever. When it comes out, definitely not the worst. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd for this one. Good time, but not the best. Bit of a, I would say, slight disappointment because I thought Bodied was so good. I haven't seen his other stuff, Detention or Torque or whatever, but I thought Bodied was so good and really interesting that I kind of can't help but be let down that this was just a 4 and not like a 4.5 or a 5. You know, maybe him make his opus or whatever. What are you gonna do? Still a good movie. So that brings me to the 9:15 movie, the 9 o'clock round, or the 8 o'clock round, but my movie started at 9:15. I fucking was sitting around for like 2 goddamn hours, which drove me fucking nuts. Whatever. So I went to the 9:15 screening of Night Calls, a French language movie made, co-produced with France and Belgium. It's a first feature by this director named Michel Blanchard. He's a young guy. He was there to introduce the movie, and as they say in the program, he's currently adapting his own short film, You're Dead, Helene, into a feature with Sam Raimi, which is always an interesting, like, oh, Sam Raimi likes this guy. You definitely got to check this out. And it's 90 minutes, which is like great short movie. Love that. So it's a movie about a young kid named Mahdi. Not young. I think he's about 28, something like that. But he's a student who works as a locksmith at night. Gets a call to let someone into their apartment, but turns out it's not her apartment, and he ends up getting caught up in a criminal hijinks scenario, and he has until the morning to find money that was stolen, find the girl that stole it, and all that, and then so he could survive. And yeah, it's a very tight, tense, entertaining as hell thriller. I really enjoyed this movie. You could absolutely see why Raimi likes this guy and wants to produce a movie for him, and work with him. You do wonder if maybe at some point he'll get tapped to do an Evil Dead movie, even though they got 2 Evil Dead movies kind of in, pre-production right now. So I don't know how overloaded they want to make the Evil Dead franchise, but maybe, seems like he would fit in pretty well with an Evil Dead movie. But again, like I said, it feels like Sam Raimi. There's actually a lot of stuff on its mind regarding social politics, class, and race, and the policing in the world, and all of that. And all does it in 90 minutes. It never beats you over the head with it. It never overwhelms the movie. Never stops it from being a tense, tight, very entertaining thriller with some nice twists and turns and some interesting character beats. Like a first movie, it's not perfect, but it's very impressive for a first movie. So like my Letterboxd would be a 4.5 out of 5. I think this is a very solid B plus, depending on my mood or how it grows in my mind as time goes on. A minus. Really good, really entertaining. The acting's great. It looks good. Some very good camera work, technical achievements that I thought, really impressed me. I thought this really knocked it out of the park. And it's the kind of first feature where I'm very interested in seeing what his next movie's like with Raimi backing him. Very interested to see what this guy does. So Night Call was very good. Would recommend. And that ended up being the end of my night. I was just tired. I think the 2-hour wait between Ick and Night Call really knocked me out, knocked me for a loop. So I had a ticket to see Spermageddon, this animated movie from Norway. Yeah, I think in Norway. Yeah, Norway. That has a bit of a sausage party kind of vibe to it, but maybe like a little more innocent musical about sex. Sounds interesting. I might be able to see it in the second half of the fest when it plays for its second time. But I just couldn't do it. It's only like an 80-minute movie, but the movie was going to start at 11:45, and these fucking movies never start on time. No disrespect to the crew at Fantastic Fest, the projectionists, the managers, the volunteers, what have you, the people, all of that. No, I get it. It's a hectic thing. Cleaning up can take time and whatever. but it wasn't gonna start in fucking time. I really didn't feel like getting out of a movie at like 1:20, 1:30, 1:40, depending on how late it got started, and then having to get home, get back to the Airbnb, and fucking try to get to sleep, and then get up to get my tickets for Monday. I wasn't doing it. Sorry, Spermageddon would have liked to do a 5-movie day, but it wasn't in the cards. But that was my Sunday, September 21st, day 3 of Fantastic Fest. Pretty solid day, all things considered. Didn't have a Saturday night live movie to bring the vibes down, but didn't have an Anora. What are you gonna do? So I'm going to head out soon for Sunday. Probably not gonna do every movie today. I'm pretty sure I'm definitely skipping round 1. Not round 1, round 2. The 2 o'clock round. Depending on how I feel, because I want to go to a bar and watch football for a little bit at least. Depending on how that goes, might end up skipping the 5:30 movie too. But we'll see how that goes. Definitely not gonna be a 5-movie night. Maybe a 4-movie day. Most likely to not a 3-movie day. So I got tickets for everything just in case things change. I don't know what'll happen. So just to be safe, I got a ticket for every round. So today's schedule, if I did all 5, would be Bookworm at 11:30, Little Bites at 1:55, The Mission at 5:30, The Secret Screening at 8:10, and Zenithal at 11:40 p.m. So hopefully it's a good day with the movies I do see. I hope the football's good. Can't wait to get some Thai food at this Thai food truck at the bar I like to go to, and want some football. But I got my tickets for tomorrow set up. Got everything I wanted for tomorrow, which was really good. So tomorrow might be, most likely than not, will be a 5-movie day. I got my second win somehow this year. I don't know what's going on, but I'm movies, and now more than ever. So stay tuned for tomorrow, for Sunday's for my reactions to today's movies, and a hint at what it will be to come for Monday's tickets. See you guys later.